Picture this. You are 45 minutes into a technical interview, the one you have been preparing for all semester. The interviewer hands you a marker and says, "Wipe the sorting algorithm you submitted last week." You walk up, you uncap the marker, and your mind goes completely blank. You did not lie on your resume, you actually submitted that code. It ran perfectly on your laptop, passing every test case. But you cannot explain a single line of it. This happens to students every single day, and when it happens, it feels like you are just not smart enough. That is the wrong diagnosis. You are falling victim to a massive design flaw in how almost every student uses AI coding tools today. Here is what an AI coding tool is actually doing under the hood. Now it predicts of what the next correct string of text should look like. It does not actually understand the logic of your specific problem. It is predicting text, not thinking, predicting. So the AI can produce a block of Python that is syntactically perfect, all brackets closed, indentation clean, but buried inside, the actual logic fails your specific edge case. And when you see perfectly formatted output, your brain drops its guard. You read through it, it makes sense in the moment, and you feel like you wrote it. Psychologists call this the illusion of competence, mistaking your ability to recognize a correct answer for your ability to produce one. An AI coding assistant is only as powerful as your independent ability to verify what it generates. If you cannot spot the hidden logic flaw yourself, the tool is a liability, not an asset. Let us look at GitHub Copilot. It is free for students, and its default behavior is dangerously convenient. Watch what happens when I type a single comment function to find duplicates in a list. Copilot instantly drops a complete block of Python into my editor. The temptation is to hit tab, accept it, and move on, but you completely bypass the mental struggle required to build it yourself. Here is what you do instead. Let it generate the code so you can see one viable approach. Read it carefully, then delete the entire block. Force yourself to rewrite the function without looking at what Copilot wrote. Demote Copilot from primary writer to code reviewer. That single changes everything. Then there is ChatGPT. Option 1, treat it as an answer machine. Lazy prompt, write a sort function. For me, you copy paste. Your cognitive effort drops to zero. Option 2, use it as a Socratic tutor. Paste your broken code and say this exactly. Do not fix this for me. Ask me questions until I figure out why it fails on an empty list. Now the AI forces you to articulate the logic. You have to think. That is when retention actually happens. ChatGPT is the same tool, either way. The educational value depends entirely on your discipline to force it to teach, not to solve. Every developer knows this feeling. It is 2 a.m. Your semester project submission is in 6 hours. You are staring at a wall of red error text, and you have no idea what any of it means. Most students at this point start randomly copy-pasting code from Stack Overflow, just trying to make the red disappear. Stop, that is patching the surface. The bug is still inside. This is where Blackbox AI is genuinely useful for students, and it is completely free. You paste that multi-line error stack into Blackbox, and it translates the jargon into plain English. It tells you exactly where the data type mismatched, exactly why the variable went out of scope. A patched bug is meaningless if you do not understand why it broke. You only build real skill when you dissect the anatomy of the errors before you apply the fix. Here is the ultimate test that separates students who actually learn from students who just appear to learn. After AI helps you write any piece of code, close the tool, open a completely blank file, rewrite the entire logic, and explain it to yourself line by line. If you stall, if you cannot remember how the loop resolves, you did not learn the code, you only borrowed it. This is the exact divide between candidates who pass take-home assessments and candidates who survive the actual interview. Your Viva professor will ask you to explain. Your MNC interviewer will ask you to whiteboard it. The code you borrowed will vanish under that pressure. The code you rewrote yourself will not. Here's what you do starting today. 1. Choose exactly one AI tool and implement it intentionally. Do not juggle three at once. Pick one, learn its limits. The ones who do, those are the ones who actually get placed. If you have a friend who is preparing for placements right now and relying completely on AI, send them this video. They need to hear this before their next interview. Subscribe to PadhoByte for more content like this. No fluff, just the things that actually matter for your tech career. I'll see you in the next one. Texico Smart Bono. 2. Set a strict rule for yourself. You must attempt the problem manually for at least 15 minutes before you open any AI tool. 15 minutes, not 2, not 5. 3. Rewrite every single AI-generated solution in your own words. It will feel slow, will feel tedious, do it anyway. The protocol is simple, but most people watching this right now will not follow it.